I'm really digging what I've played so far. You know, I'm not usually the RTS guy, and for some reason, usually people are like, "Oh, great, it's World War II." And I did a little research, and everywhere I looked, every preview I found, it started the same way. It's like, here's yet another World War II game, except this is the one that we like, whatever. And I even checked on one site. I checked, like, they had 4 previews listed for it, and every single one started that same exact way.
Yeah, but let me ask you, did we do that at CGW?
We didn't do that at all. No, we made a point of, like,
we rock
of not doing that.
Well, that was when we did that whole like World War II feature.
Right. That's like a rule for CGW previews when people turn them into me. It's like if it's a World War II game, if you started off talking about how World War II is played out, like that's more played out than a World War II game.
Like
you're immediately,
it actually flipped the axis on that one.
Also, if you start out with Hitler was right, we have to change that.
Right. Or not killing Nazis never. I mean, this is different. This is not that. That is whatever. Do what you want with that. But no, I mean, like, okay, that's messed up. But I mean, something else I was going to say, people write, like, killing Nazis never gets old. Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case, but it's like, that line is old as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I think that was old, like, in like 98 or so.
That's what I meant by do what you want with that. I was like, I didn't want you to think that, like, killing Nazis is somehow, like, supposed to be as bad as saying that, like, whatever about Hitler is right or something. The converse. I could care less, but it's like, in terms of it being an interesting thing to read, like, no, come on. Come up with something better. It's like anyone writing about the Time Splitters console games, and they're like, monkeys are always fun. Monkeys never get old.
That's every Super Monkey Ball preview used to
Wizard magazine, like 4 years ago. Played it out. I guess I'll save it for next time. The whole
your quotes.
The whole rad. Or we can go out on it, or what?
We can go on it.
Yeah,
go out on it.
You want to be the killjoy?
No, you can go out on it.
Okay, so I'm missing the key one, but it just reminded me. I was looking at either here's one of those not name and name things, and I was, to be fair. Okay, so here's the deal. I looked at a preview for a game set in World War II, and it had like the intro that I hate, the one I'm always saying, like, oh God, don't ever write that. Like, why do you do it? And so, to be fair, I collected a whole bunch from just like that had gone up in the past couple months or whatever, and that were on all websites, our own included, to be fair. I won't say who, but all the major ones and magazines, and just found some. And so what I read to you, each one is from the first paragraph of previews on World War II games, and you tell me if you notice a theme here.
So they're from different magazines, different websites. In fact, different
games too, in different games.
Okay.
And I won't read this in a messed up voice or anything, because this is more of a writer thing. The only reason I do this is because, like, even for our own writers, it's like just like I want to push you to find a better solution, a better way about it. So, okay, here we go. While World War II has been played out in countless video games, and more specifically a few RTSs, this particular title stood out last E3 thanks to some stunning visuals, advanced AI, and great potential for environmental gameplay. Number 2. It's no secret that much of the World War II first-person shooter genre has grown stale, but Midway and developer Infusion have one key idea on how they want to put a twist on things. Number 3. Because so many shooters are set in World War II, we are curious to see what HOV is bringing to the crowded party. Number 4. 3 heroes, 3 destinies, 1 purpose. Another World War II game. That was our initial feeling when the opening trailer for Midway's upcoming Hour of Victory started to roll. A trailer that featured more worn-out cliches than Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, and Brothers in Arms combined. Okay, I'm at number 4, so I can start to talk about cliches. Okay. Number 5. Few people think that there are too many World War II games these days. In fact, this genre has seen a glut of games lately, many of which suffer from the same problems. Number 6. We are as surprised as you that a World War II game can still impress us this much, considering how many others we've seen in the past few years. This game blew away the competition. Number 7. By this time, and again, these are all from the first paragraphs of each of these stories.
Right.
So you're in... Right. God damn. I don't know what else to say. Okay, by this time, we've all had our fill of storming beaches at Normandy, and we've chased Rommel across the African desert countless times. Desperate, I asked the folks at EA what makes them think another World War II shooter can make the last great war great to play again, and they just smiled and sat me in front of Medal of Honor Airborne. So... aside from the fact that, like, let's talk about countless time. If anything's happening countless times, or if any cliches are being like, cliched to death, it's this damn intro. Let's get over it. Let's just stop. As writers, we owe ourselves and our readers
5 years
better.
ago too.
But yeah, I probably said it on the podcast a million times.
Yeah,
I know no one's listening, but whatever. I have to. It's one of those things where
it's a good one.
Such a pet peeve. I got to get out and yell at it.
I'm right there with you.
But the part about it that is the stupidest thing to me is this sense where it's like, they're on a as seen on TV commercial, and and they're getting tired of it. I'm tired of like Steve-O or whatever. I'm tired of taking craps. I'm gonna pierce my butt cheek together, whatever. But it's just like I'm tired of World War II games. But it's always like there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and it just happens to be whatever game they're writing about at that moment is. So that's where the infomercial thing comes on. And they're just like. I was so jaded and so skeptical, but oh Lord, they showed me this, and it's all like all that's gone out the window.
Sure, you've played 20 World War II games before, but none like this.
So it's like if you're going to be
presents.
Why waste time with all that skepticism? Even though that if that skepticism is so ubiquitous, it doesn't need stating. That don't state it. But it's like but you're so easily.
It's a fake way to do a lead.
It's this is the one.
You're pretending to be skeptical.
Yeah.
Just as a way to do your lead.
And you're so easily convinced that this next like for me it's like it's whatever. I don't you don't make a big deal and talk about like God damn it, this is the 26th fantasy game with swords and dragons in it. I've seen this in the past 5 years,
Right.
But these guys have got a new twist on them. They got diamond swords and amethyst dragons.
And then the thing is, you do that back at the end then, too. You bring it back. At the end, you say, but it remains to be seen. But after our half hour of play, we're convinced.
Yeah, that frame rates aside... this could be
frame rates, crappy AI,
control issues is hard.
So this case, pointing at us. I mean, people can point out. I'm sure we do plenty of things that bug people, but this is one that's so easy.
Like you said, we had this on our own website as well.
And we have it. One of those that I read, or maybe two of them were from our own website. So it's like if it's just to the writers, it's so easy to do something. And if you're a reader, demand more, demand something better.
Amen.
Just not from us.
Yeah, not from us.
Subscribe to GFW.
Yeah.